And then is the training in the meditative concentration. Training in the meditative concentration, it's of course there are different categorization of the meditations, and the meditative concentration, there are 3 categorization of the meditative concentrations, like a kind of we can say cherish meditative concentration, and the Bodhisattva's meditative concentration, and Tathagata's meditative concentrations. These are kind of 3. And also there is there is also the classifications. That is, we need to more like a kind of to think. Maybe is the cherish the meditative concentrations. It is like a kind of looking for the something bliss for in this life, and like a kind of bliss of the body, bliss of the like the mentally. Is something like kind of looking for the comfortable, some peace, and some is like happiness. And through these cherished meditative concentrations, wanted to be reborn more under the high realms, like a kind of lesser practitioners' ways like this. And that is like the Bodhisattva's meditative concentration is like, maybe it's like a more unaccomplished meditative concentrations, and maybe it's like kind of temporarily, or the ultimately, maybe we can to say that. And of course, through these meditations, you can to receive different supernatural powers, like a kind of knowledge, and also there's like a kind of I don't know, it's like a kind of domestic, now how do you say? Domestic is like dominant, or there's now. Okay, I forgot to say the verb. Sorry, when I remember, I will tell you. Okay, like this kind of, it's like more discriminate meditative concentrations, and also it's like you have really clearly distinctions in your mind is during the meditations, and it's like more like discriminated, like a kind of meditative concentrations. And then it's, of course, it's like the best meditation, meditative concentration is the Tathagatas and the Buddhas. That is the really, it is the no meditation of the meditations. And the best meditations, there's no possession, there's no kind of meditation, there's no destructions. And the most highest supreme meditations. And it's a completely antidote of the disturbing emotions, and eradicator of the meditative concentrations. And therefore this kind of classification. First itself goes like this: superior vision, which is the truly grounded in a calm body, completely concourse the disturbing emotion, knowing this, to practice meditative concentration, which totally transcendent the 4 formless states is the Bodhisattva practice. And of course, generally speaking, meditation is very, very important, but the correct meditation is most important. And having understood that clearly seeing is like a kind of vipassana. Vipassana is like a kind of inner your clarity, inner your like discriminating wisdoms, and inner discriminating wisdom of your ariba of the awarenesses, and to maintain in your true nature of these features. There's no destructions, no like a kind of preservations. And to have the clearly seeing this free from nature of the realities. It is like a kind of free of the extremes, free of the elaborations, but there is like a self-clarities. And something you see, but nothing sees it. And you kind of meditating, but you are nothing kind of meditating. That is the best meditations. And these meditations, can you say, can you describe it? Maybe you become the mood. You cannot to express. And then what are you meditating? I'm meditating. Can you express? I can't express. And like this, and you become the silent. Therefore we call the meditating, but without meditations. There is in the wisdom in the beginning it says the meditation is there's no focus. And that is the like kind of that you clearly something is the seeing. It's a special seeing. When you meditate at this moment, that state, and you can to see all the forms, that is also like clearly seen. And you have the discriminating what is right and wrong, as a pleasant form, like a pleasant form or unpleasant, beautiful, handsome, and good, bad. Everything is clearly there. Therefore, we can say it's clearly seen. And we meditation, the meditative habits, meditative concentrations times. You maintain in your the essence nature realities, and you can to hear, you can to taste, you can to smell, you can to chat, you can to talk, you can to do all the whatever you need in the four activities. You can to sit, you can to work, you can to sleep, you can to do whatever you want. But inside you have clarity to see something special. That is you establish through your paid instructions of the individual spiritual teachers. That is like you have the notion of that. And through that, fully endowed with peaceful restings, peaceful resting. And through this clearly seeing comes from with peaceful restings. Like a kind of peaceful resting means it's like calm and abiding. And when we are study how to meditate, and we need to how to meditate. Meditate is like a kind of in the views, on the view. Maybe it's on the view. And view, it is what is a view? Mahayana view, Vajrayana view, extraordinary view. And this view is like nothing stopped, stocked. This view is like completely penetrated. This view is like permeated all the phenomena of the whatever exists in the samsara and nirvana. It is like, therefore, our view, it is the like kind of vajra or diamond. It's like destroyed to the other things. It's nothing to destroy itself. That is like kind of related to the nature of the Buddha nature, realities. And this view we need. This view is a little bit is like kind of established. It's very important. When we during the meditative concentrations, we need concentration on this view. That is the very important. Of course, our student, there are different capacity of the wisdoms, the capacity of the understanding of their minds, according to our faculties, according to, of course, our karma of our like disturbing emotions, or it's like obscurations. And some is like when we need to understand the view, of course there we need to sequentially or gradually need to go up on top of the, it's like to realize the perfect views. And it's like a kind of a monkey climbing on the trees. As a monkey needs to go to the top of the trees, you slowly to climb on the top of these trees. Like this, gradually, step by step, maybe to analyze the phenomena, outer phenomena, inner phenomena, or samsaric, these things too, is how it is the feature, true nature of the reality. Sometimes we have the notion of the sense notion of this true nature reality, and then our mind is something special. maybe have the feeling of that. I'm not like kind of meditating, but something into my mind there clearly. You cannot describe this. You cannot to express. You cannot kind of like undescribable things. It cannot describe it, but something is. We call this experience is the self-awareness, self-individual, your awareness, to kind of the experience. And for example, if you are dumb person, you give delicious Belgian chocolate, and to how it is that this dumb person cannot describe. To say, like this kind of, this inside we need that view, very important. Of course, some student is like really is sharp faculties. It is like immediately to understand. Say, that's like kind of examples and characters landing on the top of the trees. You immediately to understand. This kind of maybe is like Bimala matters, and some is like there is many is like the great master of the Garb Durgis. Something this kind of great opportunities. Fortunate student immediately understand to meditate on that. Of course, then they are not really much. This is the peaceful, resting mind. But for us, it's needed, based the meditation of the like kind of supreme, extraordinary karma bodies, and also it's like this in our. Campbell's books, there's explanation of how you can to meditate calm and abiding, and also it's like Lopan Shambhalas is now writing his books, it's coming slowly. Those two books maybe is very good, extraordinary, and there are many kind of steps to how we can to establish this peaceful resting mind, and that is we need to through this peaceful resting mind. Then we have seeing mind. This can completely eradicate, completely control the disturbing emotions, eradicate our disturbing emotions through that. Knowing this is the practice meditative concentrations which totally transcendent the formless state. This is the most important. You know, it's like generally like kind of to say some the slang perspective of the language, and we come to say some meditators they think it's like it's like oh maybe it's like there is nothing. It's like a kind of there's the infinite of the nothingness. Infinite of the nothingness means it's oh nothing. Do you speak English? Nothing. Do you eat croissants? Nothing. Are you do you drink the coffee? Nothing. And your name is nothing. Oh yes, my name is infinite of the nothingness. And this is not very good meditations. You know, it is like this. This is like the one state of the formless ranamas. Nothingness. That thing is like a kind of the nothingness is the limitless, infinite of nothingness. Infinite nothingness, nothing. And then a second, infinite nothingness it doesn't make sense. It is nothing, but it's my mind, it's my consciousness. Then it's like oh, my consciousness is really extraordinary. Then they think that infinite consciousness. Infinite consciousness means my mind is inconceivable, my mind is infinite, and there's nothing like kind of. Then there's infinite consciousness. Consciousness is nothing kind of nihilistic way. That is the second statement. And then it's like this. And then it's the third statement. They cannot do about this like the whatever nothingness. And the consciousness cannot to say. Then is that the third statement, it says that like the whatever, like nothing whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. That is like, this is like for their main, their statement is nothing whatsoever. I said, now it's like there's no samsara, no nirvana, no attainment, no attainment, no form, no you, no me, no head, no eyes. I said, oh yeah, this is, it is like nothing whatsoever. That is the wrong. We sometimes meditating is doing like this. This is mistake meditations. You know, it is like, oh, maybe that is my view. This is not your view. It's this kind of meditations making the rebirth of the formless Ranyamas. And then is the last, the fourth state of the formless Ranyamas. It is like neither present or absence. And neither present or neither present something or absent. And that is the last, there's no existence or no existence. Maybe it's something like this. This one is like the fourth state, formless state is. We need to go beyond that. This is like more a little bit concerning. It is like, for example, first what I said, I forgot it. Okay. Infinite nothingness, infinite consciousness, and nothing whatsoever, and neither present, absent. And can you analyze this one during the post? I want to stop 5 minutes.